And just like that, I'm back with another Oracle deck review. What's up, everybody? It's your favorite auntie uncle. It's your favorite pirate captain. It's your favorite goddess king. It's your favorite hood healer, high priestess, motivational dominatrix, LadySpeech in the place to be. And I want to welcome you back to my channel. You could be anywhere in the world. As a matter of fact, you are somewhere in the world, and you're also choosing to share a little time and space with me. So thank you for that. If you like what I'm doing, if you like what you see, if you're feeling any of this, if you're feeling any of me, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. And make sure you hit that notifications bell, so you can keep up with everything that's going on over here, because it's wild. It's a party. As you can see, I do a lot over here. Just we hopping from thing to thing. We doing what I want. We fly by the seat of our pants over here. It's just a lot. Shenanigans. So hit the notification bell, because you just can't keep up without it. You can't keep up without it. So let's get into this Oracle deck review, shall we? All right. You see it. But allow me to formally introduce you to the seasons of the Witch Beltane Oracle. I love it. Now, this is not the only iteration of this deck. There is another Seasons of the Witch deck, which is the Samhain Oracle. I own that deck too. Now, I'm not too sure if there is another iteration. There might be, but I know that those two exist, and they are vastly different, but have a lot of similarities. I am going to go ahead and let you know that I like this deck. Oh, I like this deck right here. And we're going to get all the way into it. Now, you've seen me review a fair amount of tarot decks, but I also like them good old Oracle decks. And do I believe you can get an accurate, good reading and some good guidance from both of those? Yes. Also, depending on the skill level of the person, BB. Y'all see me use these cards, but as a diviner who's been in the game, I don't always need these cards, all right? So for you Oracle deck lovers out here, listen up, baby. I think you are gonna like this one. Now, let's get into the nitty-gritty and the meat and potatoes of it all, shall we? All right, y'all. First and foremost, you know I always judge a deck by its packaging, first and foremost. And do I love the packaging we are working with here. First and foremost, the fact that this melanated being of light is on the cover of this here packaging made my heart sing. And they gave her braids. They gave her cornrows. Oh, love it. Love the look of it. It is so sumptuous to me. The colors, okay? The colors, the red of her dress, the oranges and the golds of her jewelry, okay? The piercingness of her eyes, all right? The fact that they have got this lovely sun moon behind her, these butterflies, I love it, all right? Have you picked up on the gold leaf details? Have you picked up on any of that? It is within the witch, and then the detailings up under that, okay? So I love the subtlety of it. All right? So then we're going to take it to the sides. We see that same gold leaf edging, lettering echoed in the sides. That's going to be on both sides with the name Seasons of the Witch Beltane Oracle, and it also is going to be echoed on the top of the cards as well. As far far as construction goes, this is a sturdy box, okay? It's a sturdy box. Now, y'all know I love to keep my cards in the original boxes as long as possible. I have some old decks that I inherited that did not come. They were used before, given to me lovingly, so they're just in bags and cloths and things. But when I purchase a deck, or I'm given a deck and I know I'm going to keep it, I like to keep it in its box as much as possible. So this right here is a very sturdy box that will stay around for a very long time. It can withstand a knock-in, okay, which I'm a fan of. I'm going to take you to the back of the deck. We have the general description, an example of 3 cards. Good. I think it's very simple. I like the description of it. It's just very, very simple. This is 44 cards in this deck, and it also comes with a guidebook. When you open this up, first off, it is easy to open. It's got some finger slots right there so that you can anchor the bottom box and pull up the top of the box, okay? So when you open it, you're going to be greeted with the moon, and it's got this kind of dull gold paper inside of it. So I like that aspect of it. It's very nice, and this same design is echoed in the bottom of the box as well, okay? So again, the construction I'm a big fan of. It is durable, it is nice, it is good. So let's move on to the book. When it comes to oracle decks, when it comes to tarot decks, you know I hate, one of the things that is the worst for me is a bad book, okay? I hate those flimsy little books. I hate the ones that don't cut that, they're so small to read, it's so flimsy, it's so easy to tear. I cannot stand those books. So number one, out the gate, I'm loving this book. First and foremost, it's a really good size. I can, you know, I wear glasses, I wear contacts, so it's easy to see. I don't have any glasses or any contacts on right here. Also, I'm nearsighted. So this is actually really easy and clear to pick up. It is not on the thickest side. Like, I do appreciate this first page and the last page are very thick cardstock, so it's very protective, and it's got this gloss on it, so it's very protective. But the insides, you know, I like my cards to be a lot more cardstock. This is a lot more paper stock, like a book, but it's still not the thinnest of paper. It's still got a little thickness to it, so I'm a big fan of it, okay? So when you open it up, it's pretty basic, okay? I'm not mad at that. We've got the white background right here, but this is what I love about it, is that there's a lot of color. So we've got the introduction, and you're already hit with a very colorful scene, all right? So they spent some money with this. They spent some money with this. You're gonna spend some money. They do give you a couple of card spreads like many of the books do. This is the classic Beltane cross that a lot of people learn to read in, and so I like that. This is very beginner friendly if you're just breaking off into divining for yourself, okay? So again, I love it when you take a good look at it. The descriptions of the cards are not plain. You have this underlay right here that's of like it's like a garden scene, all right? It gets faint as you go up the page. It doesn't distract you from reading, but that detailing is nice and it's in color. We also have the description of the cards, and you can see the way the card looks and in color as well. So this is super, super colorful, super, super to identify. Each card is numbered. So again, there's 44 cards, so there's 44, yeah, it's numbered 1 through 44, okay? The descriptions are pretty long. It's got the short description, so right now we have 20 inner power. So it has that short description, which that's on the card itself. So if you look at it, the description that is right here is also within the card itself. So for inner power, it says, let it be known, no will or desire is more powerful than I embodied. So the descriptions are at least a page long. Most of them are all about a page long. Yeah, they're all a page long. So with this card, with this deck, you're gonna have, and there might be two other, it might be 2 cards. I just saw a description that had a card that had 1.5 pages. So it's about 1.5 pages, and it just goes deeper into that message, okay? I'm not mad at this book at all. I like the book. The only thing that I would want to do is sticking up the pages a little bit, but I'm also not mad at the thickness of the page. I'm not super mad at that. Like, I've seen them use the thinner paper and it just tears easily. So I've had this for a couple of months. I've yet to break it. I've yet to tear it. If it feels good. I don't use this I don't use it all the time, but I do use it often. And it's still in very, very good, condition. And I do strive to take care of my stuff, but I'm also acknowledging that I can be heavy-handed at times. So all in all, I like the book. I think it's good. And it's easy to understand, easy to read. Now, let's break off into the cards themselves. This is the back of the card. The way each and every card looks, the moon surrounded by 4 bees in this rustic gold yellowish tone. I love the design of the back. 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 I have an affinity and a connection to bees because bees are associated with a spirit that is very near and dear to me. So I love the bees being included so prominently in this deck. I love the tone. I love the colors of it. It's got this, it gives it this like antique type feel. My favorite part of this deck is this gold leaf detailing on the sides of the card. I love this. I love books. I love tarot decks that have that detailing. I love it. It makes me so happy. So together these cards look so beautiful. Now, even though I do keep this in the deck, these are cards that I would keep out, okay? Right now I have roommates, and so this is not my full house, but when I am back in my own space, I'm gonna have a few decks that I just have out that I will allow, like, myself and my friends. I'm very limited about who comes over my house, but like the friends that I have that are allowed to come over, if they want to play with this deck, I would allow them. This would be the house deck. And I would just have this out because I want to see it. I want to see it. I want to see it. When we get to the artwork, this is, what is this? This is 42, the Lovers. Love lulls all sorrow and bewitches flesh, mind, and breath, reminding me that I am unafraid of the unfurling winds of my eternity. Very poetic. A lot of the descriptions in here are very, very poetic. I'm a wordsmith. I'm a poet, so I really appreciate the flair for words. Whoever was writing this wrote it with. I do appreciate that. The theme of the bees is going to show up. I don't know if you can see, but like right above their heads, those 3 dots are bees. So that is going to be a theme that you see quite a lot throughout this deck. I appreciate the diversity. Again, this is a black femme and a white masculine. I'm loving that. First and foremost, when you see a lot of interracial couples depicted, you often see the white girl with the other. So I appreciate the fact that this is a black femme with red hair, no less. I love me a red-headed black person. Black femme. But so the diversity aspect of this, the interracialness of it all, very artwork type feel. What I like about this, like, look, this is the embodiment card. Now unsown from the flesh, a most alluring lullaby stills my pain as the skies bleed from my heart and the embodiment I am to claim. Poetic and beautiful, but I love the fact that this is an obviously older femme. So this deck explores ageism, interracialness. It's diverse in a lot of spaces and in a lot of ways, okay? So the artwork, as you can see, is kind of whimsical. I like that aspect of it. It's definitely got some realism to it, but there's a lot of whimsicalness into it involved as well. So I like the artwork. Over here squinting, you can tell I ain't got my glasses on. I really do like the artwork of it. I like the feel of it. I think these cards are easy. Now, it does have a poetic, going back to that poetic flair. I do like that a lot. And I'm a big fan of literature. I loved reading Shakespeare when I was growing up. Like, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. As soon as I encountered Shakespeare, I understood that quickly and I enjoyed it. However, if you're not into that, that's gonna be tedious. If you're not that type of person, or if you just don't vibe with the way this person writes, this is not gonna be an enjoyable deck for you, because you gotta think a little bit. Like, there's metaphor, there's simile, it's a little richer, which is sometimes not as direct. So if you like more direct in your face, like cleaner, language. Not that this is dirtier, but if you just, this is like, you know, cursive. It's like it's written in the energy that is cursive. If you don't like that type of energy with your decks, you're not gonna vibe with this. But if you do like that type of energy, you are gonna vibe with this. Okay, so all in all, I think this is a really good deck. Would I say this is? I think this is beginner friendly if you are a wordsmith, and if you like that kind of artsiness, this is beginner friendly. Otherwise, I'd say it's intermediate, because you might need to get a little bit deeper into those descriptions to understand it. But all in all, I like it. And that's that on Oracle deck reviews. And that's that on Seasons of the Witch Beltane Oracle by Lorraine Anderson and Juliet Diaz. Illustrated by Giada Rose. If you made it to the end of this video, gold star for you, baby. Thank you, thank you, thank you for your time and your attention, for that is valuable currency. And I appreciate the fact that you chose to spend a little bit of that with me. Your support is appreciated, baby. Now, I don't want to take up all your time. I just want to take up a little bit of your time. So thank you for spending some time. And on that note, it is time to say goodbye. Just in case nobody has told you today, I'm trying to tell you that you got a cute butt. Whether your butt is flat, whether your butt is big, whether your butt is bubble, baby, whether it's trapezoid shaped, whether it's square shaped, whether you ain't got a lot of booty at all, what you got, what you're carrying around back there is awesome. So just know that and love whatever you got going on back there. And on that note, I'm gonna let you go. You know the drill. If you like what I'm doing, if you like what you see, if you're feeling this, if you're feeling me, make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you hit subscribe. Make sure you hit the notifications bell to keep up with all I'm doing, honey. And on that note, God, Goddess, Creator willing, Orisha, Loa, Spirit guides, ancestors, guardian angels, and universe willing, I'm gonna see you in the next video. Peace. Mwah.